Good morning. I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And I'm Elias Gallegos, the face of Fox. I'm in for Nikki today.
Yes, and this is New Mexico style, but hard to have the show without Nikki here.
Yes.
Poor thing, she's sick today. But she should be feeling pretty good after last night.
Yeah,
right?
she called in this morning and she sounded pretty sick, and she wanted to tell the viewers and assure them that although she is ecstatic about the Giants' Super Bowl berth, she wasn't celebrating. She really is sick today, so our thoughts are with you, Nikki.
Yeah, we feel better. She wasn't out partying last night.
No.
Not at all. All right. Well, we hope you feel better. We can't wait for you to get back. In the meantime, let's talk about that game.
Wow.
Lawrence
Tynes kicked a game-winning 30-yard field goal in overtime, sending the Giants to the Super Bowl with a 20-17 victory over San Francisco in the NFC Championship. It was an excellent game. I mean, all day Sunday, but the game on Two Casa Fox last night was spectacular. It was a good game.
The Giants face off against the New England Patriots on February 5th at 4:30 our time. So it's exciting stuff. You know, and probably the best game of the season this year was between those two teams.
I would have to agree with you, Kristen. It was, I mean, this last edge of the regular season and into the playoffs was spectacular football. I mean, the Giants... It was a scary game going into the San Francisco 49ers. That was such a tough game. The way they lost in overtime. And the Giants, of course, were victorious. And we'll look forward to seeing Tom Brady and Eli Manning square off in the Super Bowl.
Can you believe the Super Bowl is so close to being here? And then, of course, Aerosmith, or Steven Tyler, I should say, kind of flubbed a little bit. Not flubbed, but he had his typical style with the national anthem at the game. Did you hear it? Did you think it was?
We let Steven Tyler get away with a lot of things. We love him.
All right. Well, hopefully whoever is singing national anthem will get the lyrics right this year. We'll see.
Yeah, it seems to be a problem.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez for today's headlines. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, Kristen and Elias.
Good
morning to you guys, and good morning to you at home here in New Mexico. Topping your morning news headlines this morning. Today begins the first full week of the New Mexico legislative session. Although the budget is top priority for lawmakers in Santa Fe, Governor Susana Martinez says she'll be pushing hard to pass a set of bills targeting public corruption. The push comes after several scandals involving public officials, including former state treasurer Robert Vigil, who was convicted of attempted extortion. Former PRC Commissioner Jerome Block Jr. is another. He admitted to a string of illegal activities while in office.
We're here to talk about 4 pieces of legislation that will help to hold those convicted of corruption accountable.
The bills would increase penalties for elected officials convicted of public corruption and remove them from office. Governor Martinez says she hopes to have the support of both Democrats and Republicans at the Roundhouse. There's been a shakeup in presidential politics after Saturday's South Carolina primary. Newt Gingrich won in South Carolina last weekend. Mitt Romney is considered to be the frontrunner for the most part. Today, all the Republican candidates for president are in Florida for that state's primary, which, by the way, is just 8 days away. During the past few weeks, the candidates have criticized Mitt Romney for not releasing his tax records. He now says he will do that sometime tomorrow. President Obama will give the annual State of the Union address tomorrow. Officials say the president will focus on economic growth and job creation. The White House will also host the State of the Union tweet-up during the address. This is brand new. It's a chance for people to basically attend a panel with administration officials and then tweet about the conversation. President Obama will also take his job and economic plans on the campaign trail. He is scheduled to visit Cedar Rapids, Iowa Tuesday. After that, he's on a big trip out west. He's headed to Phoenix on Wednesday and Las Vegas, Nevada, and Denver on Thursday. Meanwhile, this week, Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords plans to resign from the U.S. House. She wants to focus now on her recovery. Giffords was shot in the head last January, if you recall. Doctors say so far her recovery has been absolutely remarkable. She has lost 50% of her vision and still struggles to speak and walk, but she is getting by just fine, and she looks amazing. Thousands of people gathered at Penn State University last night to hold a candlelight vigil for Joe Paterno. The longtime football coach died Sunday of lung cancer. Last night's vigil is the first of what will be many events to honor the beloved coach. Paterno is credited for transforming Penn State into a national football powerhouse during his 6-decade career. In the end, Paterno was fired over a child sex abuse scandal involving former assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky. Paterno was 85 years old. Another body has been found in the wrecked cruise ship off of Italy's coast. A total of 13 people now have been declared dead. Divers searching the Costa Concordia found the body of a woman in about 30 feet of water on deck 7. About 20 people, including 2 Americans, are still missing. The captain of the ship is charged with manslaughter and abandoning ship. On a much lighter note, Broncos quarterback Tim Tebow has been the talk of football nation this season. You can't deny it. And get this, a youth group decided to honor him in a pretty puzzling way. Check this out. The group in Clovis, California, used 864 Rubik's Cubes to make a mosaic of Tebow in his famous kneeling pose. It took them about 3 hours to make it. There it goes there in fast forward. They say they're not Broncos fans, but they wanted to honor Tebow for being a good witness to God. Look at that. That is amazing. All right. Hope you have a terrific Monday. This wraps it up for your morning headlines. Be sure to start your day every morning with Matt Morrow, Kristen Van Dyke, and myself on News 13 beginning at 5 a.m. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Have a good one.
All right. Another shocking celebrity breakup. Have you heard about this? Heidi Klum and Seal are calling it quits after nearly 7 years of marriage. It seems like they've been married longer than that.
I know. It seems like they've been together forever, and I guess in Hollywood or in the celebrity world, that 7 years is a long time. Insiders say the supermodel turned Project Runway mogul and the British crooner had recently hit a rough patch.
Yeah, they have 4 kids.
It's hard.
That's one of the ones that I really thought would stick, you know, because they just seem like a very strong couple. They seem to stay out of the spotlight a lot of times. I think the spotlight probably in Hollywood is what
makes it tough.
You know, it kind of gets to them and messes up those marriages, but
yeah, it's hard, you know. I think people tend to, it's easy to forget how separate lives they tend to live, you know. Seal being a performer, Heidi Klum being a supermodel, they travel a lot, they're apart so many weeks out of the year, and
yeah,
it gets tough.
It's rough. Well, on a better note,
okay,
in celebrity news, this is really cool. MTV is reporting that Jennifer Aniston is 6 months pregnant. These reports are unconfirmed, but MTV claims a friend of the actress told them about a visible baby bump and that this is the reason Aniston hasn't made any public appearances lately, so she's staying out of the light.
Well, I guess Aniston has been in a relationship with actor and director Justin Theroux since May of last year.
So, you know, it's no secret she's wanted a child, you know, and then everything kind of got messed up with Brad.
And apparently they've been busy, I guess.
So, yeah, I guess so. Good for her if that's true. I'm anxious to see. I want to hear confirmed reports.
Okay,
but, you know,
we'll stay tuned.
It always comes out early, so I'm sure there's some truth to it. All right, legendary actress Betty White got a sweet surprise for her birthday. The hot in Cleveland actress celebrated her 90th birthday at a private event at the Los Angeles Zoo.
White and her guests feasted on an animal-inspired chocolate blackout cake. The cake towered at 5 feet tall, decorated with wildlife themes such as giraffes and exotic birds. I mean, that cake's almost as tall as me.
Oh, that is so cool, and I love it. Betty White, I mean, another year for her, 2012, and she's big this year, too.
She's awesome.
Very cool. All right, well, we have some really good food.
I can't wait
to cook up today. The start of the Chinese New Year is celebrated at temples across China today, and people are praying for good fortune in the year of the dragon. The Daos Temple opened its doors at 6 o'clock in the morning, and people braved freezing weather to come. They touched a monkey carving, which they believe will give them good luck in the coming year. Some visitors also threw coins into a well to pass on to their ancestors in the afterlife. And this morning, we're celebrating the Chinese New Year with a feast from Panda Express. I already see the food over there. We're so excited to have you here this morning.
Good morning.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the Chinese New Year, first of all?
Pretty much Chinese New Year is a new beginning for Chinese culture. This is where we take time to gather around and wish good luck to our families and friends.
Okay, and do you prepare special food?
Yes, we're bringing back our famous firecracker chicken breast. for a limited time only.
And so what is that?
It has a chicken breast in it, cooked in our fresh cut vegetables with red and yellow onions, and also with a zesty firecracker sauce.
Ah, that looks so yummy. There's so much food over there and lots of ingredients. And so you guys are going to cook it up for us and kind of show it how it all comes together?
Yes.
What does the Chinese New Year mean for you guys?
This is where we take really the time to show our love to our family. And it's a 15-day feast. So this is where we really take, food is a big part of the culture. So.
And this is the year of the dragon. And we were speaking earlier, I'm the year of the tiger. What are you?
I'm tiger as well.
As well.
Tiger, all
Do you
right.
know your year, Kristen?
I'm not sure. Maybe the dog? I'm not
Really?
sure. I'm not sure.
It's really
I think it's the dog.
I enjoy reading into this. It's really cool.
All right, well, this food looks absolutely delicious. We're going to be cooking that up, of course, later on in the show. But before we get to that, let's talk about the weather outside. And, of course, we got more snow up in the mountains over the weekend. Durango Mountain Resort. This was earlier before the sun came up. But, of course, now that sun is up, and it's a beautiful start to the day. But you can see the clouds already rolling in as the next storm system heads our way. And Durango, you're going to be looking at more snow starting this afternoon and through the overnight hours tonight. Taos, a beautiful start to the day. Lots of sunshine, but the clouds are going to be rolling in there too, and you're going to get a little more snow out of this system as well. The winds, of course, a big story over the weekend. We had downed trees. We had major dust storms out across the east and the southeast with really reduced visibilities, but the winds are nice and calm this morning, and the winds won't be bad today at all. Temperature-wise, 29 in Albuquerque. We're in the 30s and low 40s in the southeast. Only 4 up in Alamosa and 14 right now in Durango. So it's cold out there. You're going to want to grab the heavier coat as you head out this morning, but definitely don't forget to do layers today because temperatures will be nice and mild for us this afternoon. For the metro, lots of sunshine to start off the day. Temperatures will quickly climb well into the 40s when you head out to lunch, and then this afternoon, highs in the low to mid 50s with northwest winds at 10 to 20, so the wind's not too bad at all. The next storm system is rolling in from California and Nevada. You can see the snow starting to spread into Utah and even parts of Arizona. That's going to head our way, and so this is what we're going to be talking about as we head through the day. You can see the clouds already building in the four corners. As we head through the day, the morning will be dry for the western part of the state with partly cloudy skies. For your lunch hour, still most of the showers are going to stay west, but then after lunchtime, that's when we'll be watching for scattered rain and snow for the lower terrain up in the northwestern part of the state. And then scattered snow for the San Juans and even the Jemez Mountains at 5 o'clock. So if you're going to be doing any traveling up that way, be careful because it's just going to continue through the overnight hours on and off. Not a whole lot of snow, but we may pick up an inch or two up in the northwestern part of the state and west central parts of the state overnight tonight through early tomorrow morning. And then you can see Albuquerque getting in on the mix early tomorrow. Probably just a few spotty showers, a mix of rain and snow for us with more mountain snow for the east mountains and the central mountain chain. And then most of the action will head central and east for tomorrow. So we'll be watching for scattered snow, especially on the east slopes of the central mountain chain, and eventually even some showers out across the east and southeast by tomorrow night into Wednesday. Highs today, though, not bad. 60s to low 70s in the southeast, and then up in the four corners, highs in the low to mid 40s, so a little cooler for you there. 7-day forecast here, a little unsettled for the weather as we head through the next couple of days. Once we get through Tuesday, though, the sunshine returns. It sticks around for the rest of the work week, and temperatures are going to go up big time. Another warm end of the week with highs near 60.